Hello everybody, good day. Since this is my very first vlog in YouTube, but I already uploaded videos in YouTube, but they aren't vlogs and also they're not related in academics. Let me introduce first myself. I am Kysha Andrei Calda, taking BSECE at Northwest State University. Greetings everybody. So since this is my very first vlog uploaded in YouTube, but I already uploaded some content, but they aren't vlogs. Let me introduce first myself. I am Kysha Andrei Calda, currently taking BSECE at Northwest State University. In this vlog, I will discuss to you or share to you the differences. No, not the differences, but the connection of the different topics, lessons, and physical education. Our first topic until the last, which is cheer dance or cheerleading. So, for physical education, we had 6 different lessons, which are body parts, the body movements, which also have the non-locomotors and locomotors, and the elements of dances, and the last one is cheer dance or cheerleading. And I will also discuss or share to you what do you call this? I will share to you the connection of those different topics, which goes in a single goal, or it has a simple thing to do in physical education. So the first one, let's scrutinize the body parts. So our body is divided into 9 different parts, namely the head, the neck, chest, abdomen, pelvis, back, hip, extremity, and vagina. And also our extremity is divided into 2 different parts, the upper and the lower extremities. Our body parts are the ones who are responsible to conduct or to do body movements. So there are also 2 kinds of body movements, the locomotor and the non-locomotor. So in body movements, there is a sudden change in a specific body part with respect to the whole body of a human being, of a person. Body movements, we have the locomotors, and the example of non-locomotors are running, walking, skipping, galloping, jumping, dancing or walking backwards, leaping or crawling, anything that requires or that creates a sudden change in position from one place to another. Of course, it has something to do with your whole body, and that's what we call the locomotors. And in the non-locomotors, we have the bending, the bouncing, the stretching. So in non-locomotor, there are body movements, of course, but it doesn't move a person from a place to another. It's just like you are setting in your position, and dances that doesn't require you to move too much. These body movements are very useful to us. Of course, like what I'm doing right now, I have my gestures doing such body movements, and this is an example of a locomotor, and this one is an example of locomotor because I'm moving from one place to another, and that's a very easy thing to understand, each and every one of us. So in our day-to-day life, we also have different body movements, like from the moment you wake up from your bed, like you took off your blanket and you fold it and you put it in a specific place, there's a movement. So movement is actually it's a sign that you are alive, and if you're not moving, then you should, of course, make no sense if you're already dead, right? Okay, therefore let's not talk too much about it. We're sitting on the topic. So in the locomotors can take lots of practice to develop the skills necessary to complete all the locomotor skills, or what we call dancing, because in dancing there are lots of locomotors locomotor movements is a person does. So okay, moving on to the next topic is elements of dance. So there are different numbers of the kinds of elements of dance. There are now we will only tackle force, the shape, and the action. And also, I would like to let's just to the number. I would like to put it in 6 elements because there is a very important element in dancing, which is music. Of course, can you dance without any music? Yes, you can. Like, the music won't hinder you from doing such things. But you can call a dance if you don't have music. Like, any noise would do, be it in the natural or those that are recorded, or also those that are performed by doing such noise. So for our final example, dance presentation, each individual of us were grouped into different groups, not exceeding more than 20 and not going less than 5 members. So for cheer dancing is going into 2 different words. The first is cheer, and the other one is to dance. So as what we've noticed, especially in those competitions in Manila, in Luzon, they have this cheer dance competition before the actual sports competition. It's just their way to show support, to show motivation, and for them to make a highlight or to introduce their groups, for them to have those impressions done by the audiences, and it's for them to gain attention, for them to be cheered also by those in the crowd. So for the connection, I think it was quite lengthy, right? But it's okay. For the connection of those topics, I can say that from the very first, right, the body parts up to the cheer dance. Can you dance if you don't have a body? Right? So for this, it's like from the very basic information up onto what you really want to do, like for dancing, babe. Okay, let's put it. Cheer dancing is the goal, not the sports or whatsoever. But cheer dancing is a sport, right? What I mean by sport is that cheer dancing is not just a typical type of dance. It will last for a minute or more than a minute. Therefore, it requires you to do such powerful dances or stunts. They often require stumbling or pyramids or such a very high-powered movements. Cheer dancing is such a good cardiovascular activity. It requires everyone to have strong stamina for them to endure the high-powered way of dancing, of releasing energy of the body. Some are being choreographed, or some are being just added by a person or by a member, and just teaching her or his groupmates such a tough dance to do. That's why it requires you to know the basics about your body and the different movements of the body, and also the elements of dances. With regards to this, it's like we've studied the very basic. We were taught of the basics of the letters, of its sounds, and how to write shapes, lines, until we reached a point where we already knew how to read, how to write, how to make phrases, how to make sentences, paragraphs, up until we create contents. Until we reached a point where we already know how to read, how to write, how to make phrases, sentences, paragraphs, up until we can create our own compositions or our own contents. Whatsoever it is. So as here now, we were refreshed, we recalled the topics, and then we are here doing an activity that is intended for our own awareness. Like never danced before. Cheer like no one is watching. Stunt as if the whole world is watching you, because it seems like the whole world is in your hands.